It's time to talk about Boohbah. Boohbah was a British TV show made in the early 2000s that somehow made its way onto my American television when I was old enough to know that this was the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed, but too young to say what the Apparently the show was inspired by microscopic life and cells. Boohbah was originally created as a way to get kids off of their couches watching TV and up and exercising. Now, this is made for kids who probably aren't old enough to stand yet, but either way, British people were worried the kids were getting obese and they needed to be more active, and this was their solution. After airing for a few months in the UK, Ragdoll, the company that owned the rights to Boohbah, decided that they wanted to launch it in the United States as well. So PBS, Scholastic, and Hasbro decided to make a deal with them so that PBS could air it, Scholastic could have publishing rights, and Hasbro could make toys. Boohbah was making new shows until 2005, and from then until 2009, it was just reruns. The show is split into multiple segments. First, the Boobahs are called out of their boo ball from children with the code word, you guessed it, boobah. The Boobahs then demonstrate an exercise and dance routine that includes lots of jumping, spinning, and farting. This was those baby sensory videos before they were cool. Now, I know a lot of people find this show terrifying, and for good reason. I mean, one of the things that scared me the most when I was a kid was the noises that their eyes make when they go back and forth. Like, without the colorful suits and the cute music, this would be a horror show. Just listen to that. Now, there aren't just boobah and children. Boobah? Boobahs? What is the plural of boobah? Boobahs aren't the only thing here. There are humans, but they only go by familial relationship names like Grandmama, Grandpapa, Mrs. Lady, Mr. Man, Brother, Sister, Auntie, and then the only one that has his own name is little dog Fido. And apparently, Fido is the only one who is not wholly controlled by the magic word boobah. This is directly from the Wikipedia. And I find that terrifying. Are these people doing this of their own will? Are they controlled by the boobah children? Are these children? Are these aliens? Now, all of these horrors are experienced in what is called the boo zone, which is named after what I can only assume the copious amounts of booze drank while creating and filming these. Boohbah has mixed reviews online. Most people think it's a terrifying show, some of them grew up watching it and therefore love it. Some of them are also controlled by the whims of the word boobah, so they have no choice but to rate it 5 stars. But what I've quickly discovered is there is nothing like Boohbah reviews. There is no poetry, no screenplay, no great works of art that compare to the writings of the Boohbah reviews. By far, the best show there is out there is. I got the chills and it was so powerful that even though I shaved my legs, the hairs grew back. It is currently 1:44 in the morning, and me and my friend are having the best laugh we'd had in many weeks. I've watched all the legendary shows like The Wonder Pets, Little Einsteins, Blue's Clues, but this is just pure amazement, and it's so grape. The exercises were fantastic and so efficient that we lost 20 pounds in 5 minutes. The queefs in the beginning were so touching. They really blew me away. This show gave us such an amazing laugh that we made noises we didn't think we could make, and our faces are so broken from laughing. My whole body is aching from laughing, and my face is frozen with my mouth open. I can't even think. When they fly, it's so magical. It's grape. But a scene favorite is when Grandmama appears. She is a star. She popped up so fast, and then more people popped up and kept coming. But Grandmama was the star. I just have one thing to say, and that is bring back this show now. I have been searching for Boohbah Land my entire life. I have finally found it. I will use this platform to document my findings. Boohbah Land is a paradise. Today I saw the magical flying orb and have entered the mighty lair of Boob. I saw a leak in Zing Zing Zingbug's bouncy castle and repaired it. Seeing this, Jumba crowned me king of Boohbah Land. I am more than happy to be accepted by the Boobahs. Boohbah Land remains peaceful. The intro song is still too long, but that is okay. I have gained the trust of Boohbah Land. It is a utopia. My role as king is amazing. I can feel the power of Boohbah coursing through my veins. I've decided that mandatory labor is needed if we want to make an ideal society. I will need more time to figure this out. The children are now my slaves, Grandpapa is deemed their slave master, Grandmama now uses the giant jump rope as her whip. When the children slow down or refuse to work, she persuades them with pain. They are building pyramids in my name. What is this? Mrs. Lady is going to be crowned Queen, my wife, tomorrow. Mr. Man protested and is now scheduled to be executed by flatulence inhalation in the coming weeks. I have chosen all the powerful Humba to be the executioner. His loyalty is noted. Some days have passed. I am happy with my pyramids, however the slaves have no more work to do. I may have to start to diminish their numbers. I will not be overthrown my role as King Ba. Mrs. Lady is with child. I will name my son Mumba. It has been 2 years since I was crowned king. This whole time brother, sister, and auntie have been plotting my assassination behind my back. Zumba told me and therefore has saved my life. I will reward him greatly. Sister and auntie will be executed via falling oranges, episode 60. What? Brother, however, will be eliminated by the cruelest of fates. He'll be locked in Grandpapa's closet, episode 63, for 8 days being fed only one banana split, episode 44, in the morning, and half a hot dog, episode 38, at night. On the 9th day, he'll be released into the wild where Fido will hunt him down and kill him. There is no escape from Booba Land. The traitor's fate is inevitable. Booba Land is flourishing. I've decided that 5 boobas is too much risk to my crown. I will need to decide which one I will eliminate. They will be eaten by the colony. It will incite fear on my subjects. Fear is power. I now ask of you, dear reader, to vote on which booba I shall make my dinner. Choose wisely. Day 762. Santi is gone. No booba left. All dead. These are my final moments. Tell my story. What did I just read? I desire Jumbo with lustful rapture. Its body is perfect for my love. It makes me go boing boing with each frap of his thick butt cheeks. This gives me the urge to fart every time I watch it. Booba is simultaneously beloved and hated with every fiber of people's being. It's a very divisive show. I also found some great reviews on Common Sense Media, which is a website where kids and parents can rate a show, and there are some comments on here who are as good as a fine aged cheese. A review from a sane teen. Booba, more like Poopa, is a ripoff of Teletubbies, and it's even more worse than this. This show is a big abomination of kids' TV. The Booba creatures look really creepy and disturbing to look at. The story people are high and drunk. Like when they saw a thing they have never seen, they try it and they do it. Like they have drank 10 bottles of beer. It may give you nightmares. The animation has bright colors, but this show is the worst. Brenda is such a wasted reviewer. Where did that come from? Who's Brenda? For those who like Booba, you've become wasted. They're such a blobby aliens, just like the early concept of passengers from WALL-E. Go watch Sesame Street, Thomas and Friends, Bob the Builder, and Teletubbies instead of this nightmare. I am a concerned teen. Why? Why did you make this? You literally could have made anything else in the entire world other than this. What was the point of this show? Like, I would rather watch 50 minutes of some dude trying to bake banana bread, but failing and trying over and over again, but still cannot bake the bread. That's how bad this show is. You should feel ashamed of yourself, and I feel so sorry for any kid that sees this abomination on their television, because God bless their soul, they need to be cleansed of this sin of a children's show. Literally -1/12. Good meme, though. The boobas are very intellectually stimulating, but horrifyingly crude. Listen, I love the boobas, don't we all? However, I think we have to draw the line somewhere. The farting. It's disgusting. Never let your children watch this, as my 18-month-old has begun farting in time with the boobas. All around, it's ruined my self-confidence, as every time I look his way, he unleashes the gas. Absolutely foul, and can't imagine why anyone would choose to watch this revolting display. Love and kisses, Brenda. Great role models, too much violence, too much sex, too much swearing, too much consumerism, too much drinking. Now those are all the reviews of children, supposedly, although I don't think most children can write that well. But these are the reviews of parents. Masterpiece. I cried at the Zing Zing Zingba death scene. The Boo Ball is a brilliant representation of poverty, deepest thing anyone has ever had the pleasure of enjoying. This title has too much sex. Haters gonna hate, but lovers gonna love Boohbah. Haters gonna hate. Now, while I was first looking for Boohbah, I forgot how it was spelled. I thought it was just B-O-O-B-A, like Boohbah. And apparently there is a show called Boohbah, spelled that way. Boohbah is cute and inquisitive, like a 5-year-old kid. He explores the world without anger or resentment, only joy and wonder. He doesn't talk, although he does make sounds to express his emotions. Nobody knows where he came from, but he has obviously missed the last 100 years of human progress and explores modern locations with boundless energy and enthusiasm. The lore of this guy is that he's some creature who can't talk and has somehow either been hibernating or hidden from the world for 100 years. You know what I'm curious about is who played the Boohbahs? So it looks like there were actual people who played these characters. I'm gonna see where they are in life now. Emma Inslee was only Humba, and then also a bungee jumper in the Eurovision Song Contest. Alex Poulter is a stuntman. Okay, so these people are just stunt people, because this other person was like a bungee jumper or something, right? And this person is like a Cinderella fight performer, dash cam, stunt rigger. Because like the Boohbah don't do many stunts, but I guess you have to be pretty hardcore to get in that suit and do all that stuff all the time. Problems during production in Spain included high winds, sand in the equipment, and temperatures up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that was a bit of an exploration on Boohbah. I just felt like I should tell someone about that. If you remember any weird shows that you think no one else watched as a kid, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to see if anything could be weirder than Boohbah, because I think that is the weirdest show that exists. And if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing if you want to see more. I do this as well as gaming content, and that's all I have to say. Farewell.